Welcome to All Electric Family. I'm Katie, and today we are going to take a look at this 1,000 horsepower, 9,000 pound, 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, kind of obnoxious, but also kind of awesome Hummer EV. Take a tour of this 2023 Hummer EV, show you some of the features of the outside of the vehicle and also some of the inside features of the vehicle. So let's start with the frunk. So you do have this zero entry for your frunk, and it is a really big space. The only downside of this frunk is that if you want to take the sky panels off, which we'll show you later, they actually sit in the frunk. So if you happen to want to use this on a trip for storing stuff, you wouldn't be able to take the sky panels off, or if you wanted to take the sky panels off, you wouldn't be able to use this frunk for storage. But it is a nice big space, and it does have tie downs that are supposed to be for the sky panels, but you could use them to tie something else down up here if you in the front if you wanted to. There is an escape button, a light, and a 12-volt plug up in the front. So you've got these massive 35-inch all-terrain tires because this is built to off-road if you want it to. And right now it's on the lowest setting, so it can get a lot taller than this. If we had it in its highest setting, it would be towering above me, so it's in its lowest setting right now. You've got running boards, which is a feature that if you are familiar with the R1T does not have running boards. This one does, which is kind of a nice feature. Here is the charge port, and this is on the CCS network. But if you've been watching the news, they just announced that GM vehicles are going to be going to the Tesla, so the North American charging standard. So hopefully they'll be sending out adapters so that everybody can use that for those of us that already have the Hummer. So back here you do have your tow hitch, and it is rated to tow 7,500 pounds. You've got all your power and things for towing. So depending on what options you choose, you'll have different features on your tailgate, but I really enjoy the features that ours have. So the first feature is this little step down. And then you'll also notice that there is a USB auxiliary, an auxiliary port here. And we've got two speakers, and you can use this Bluetooth stereo. So if you're tailgating or if you're out at your campsite, you can just, relax and have some music and hang out with your tailgate. The power tonneau cover, which, again, if you're familiar with the R1T, this one is a little bit more solid than the R1T. It's not quite as scary when you're going in and out with this one. You don't feel like it's just going to break at any moment. So they've done a pretty good job with that power tonneau cover. Okay. So the other nice thing about this is when you put this up, you can extend the length of the bed. It's not a huge bed, but you do have power in here. It's a standard outlet in here. And then you have lights, and you also have a handle to help you on and off the bed when you're using that step. So overall, the bed's pretty nice. Another feature on the outside of this Hummer is that it has 3 windshield wipers. It's such a long, flat windshield that 2 just wouldn't do the job. But let's go take a look at the inside. Okay, so you have your standard controls on the steering wheel, except one of the things that's nice about the Hummer EV is that it has this little paddle here, and this paddle is to use the regenerative braking. So if you wanted to, you can use one pedal braking, but then you can also assist in your braking by using this little paddle on the steering wheel to add more regenerative braking. It's pretty cool. You also have Super Cruise, which means hands-free driving on the highway, and in the Hummer EV, or GM vehicles really, you can still use that while trailering, which is pretty awesome and unique. You do have your dash here that has a lot of information, but one thing that it is lacking is it does not give you an exact percentage of charge. So that's one thing that we really miss, is knowing the exact percent that we are at. It gives you a range, but it's just a little bar, kind of like your gas gauge would be. You get your miles per kilowatt hour, you get your drive time, and you can customize this as well. There are all kinds of buttons. So you have all of your climate control buttons here on your main screen. Then you have your heated steering wheel. So you have 2 buttons for locking the differentials. One that's true locking and then one that's electronic. Your traction control and your warning lights, turning on and off your parking sensors and that type of a thing. There's wireless charging, a USB-C and a USB port. And one of my favorite features as far as EV goes is you can adjust the vents manually. You do not have to go digging in the computer to find them. There's all kinds of features on the main screen here, all sorts of things that you can adjust, all different kinds of camera angles. They give you a whole lot of options when it comes to this main screen. You also have your garage door buttons here, lights, OnStar, and then you have turning the lights for when the doors come on and off, and a button to open the full back window. The rear view mirror can either be camera or your standard mirror, so you can flip this little lever that normally you would flip if there's bright lights behind you, and it'll actually go to a camera that gives you a pretty wide angle view, so that's pretty cool. Then you have your gear shift down here. So you have your little dial here that can do crab walk mode, raise and lower the ride height, and then you also have a quick button for your drive mode. So you can set a mode where you have all of the things figured out the way that you want them, and then you can just push that button and get to it automatically. When you turn the dial, you get the different drive modes that GMC has already set for you. So you've got off-road, you've got terrain mode, tow haul mode, normal mode, and then there's your my mode again. So you have all of these different modes that you can adjust to. 2 cup holders, and then just a little catch-all here. And then you have your center console with a little tray. It does have a light, and then you have a 12-volt plug in there. You do have a glove box, and then one feature that I like is that they have taken and they've used this space, but then they also put the pass-through underneath. So in the Rivian, they also have this space, but it's open, there's a lot of wasted space here, but in the Hummer, they have put this pass-through underneath where your cup holders and stuff are. Then one of the big really cool features that we love about the Hummer are these sky panels. So you flip these 2 little levers, and each of these 4 panels come out, and you pretty much have a convertible vehicle. With your back window down, your 4 sky panels off, the windows down, you just have this main bar and then a support bar in the middle, and you're in summer cruise mode. We do have heated seats, and you have temperature and air controls back here, air vents, a USB port and a USB-C port, and then a little compartment that you can store things. There is also a 110 outlet down there. In the middle, you do have a cup holder and trash from our kids. Yes, we do use our vehicles. And then like a little, almost like phone spot or something. I don't even know what that would hold. And then you have pockets on the back of the seats, a cup holder in the door, a little cubby, and really that's about all you get back here. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I'll do this one over here so maybe you can see it. There is little hidden storage container or compartments in the seat, which is kind of cool. Our kids like that. They feel like there's that they know something other people don't know. You also have storage under the seat, and actually this little foam piece here is for the supports in the middle. You can take those out when you have the sky panels off, but it's a little cumbersome, so we don't do it very often. All right, so we're going to get it in Watts to Freedom here and then go find a spot that we can do a good one for you. You can hear the propulsion sounds that they added in. It is quite the experience, especially when you do the launch itself. It gets a lot rougher. Okay, telling me to floor it. You hear it, and here we go. That was 60.
And I'm sure
Well, it never is. It also has crab walk mode. You have to push and hold the crab walk button until it fully loads here. And now we are in crab walk. And it gives you a little video or a camera of your rear wheels so you can see the direction that they are turning. So that's pretty fun. Crab walk is so much fun. You can't help but smile when you're doing crab walk mode. It also has extract mode for off-roading. There's all kinds of craziness. There's propulsion sounds, all kinds of ways that you can customize this, this vehicle. And it also has the four-wheel steering. So actually the turning radius is way better than you think it's gonna be. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we are gonna take this bad boy on some adventures. We're actually taking it out to Wyoming from Nebraska, no man's land for charging up there, and we're gonna be towing our Airstream when we do it. So we'd love to have you follow along with our adventures. Leave us a comment. What do you think about this Hummer EV? It seems like there's a love-hate relationship with it out there, and we wanna know what you guys think. So leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.